Here we are back with another Who is Thanos episode, and we're going to be covering the last two appearances by Thanos before the Thanos quest. Things are about to get a little juicy. All right, let's get into it. We're going to cover Silver Surfer issues 38 and 40. So issue 38 starts with Nebula and her crew on Starship Sanctuary, which is nothing more than the old ship of Thanos, who of course up to this point has been presumed dead. Just so you know, this is Nebula. If you watched any other movie such as Guardians of the Galaxy, this is Nebula. In the MCU, she's the sister of Gamora. But anyway, Thanos appears out of nowhere on the ship, and Nebula believes him to be an imposter, though the minions are convinced that's really him. Nebula refers to Thanos as her grandfather, and that pisses him off, and he believes her claim to that is of the ultimate wrong. He kills her bodyguard, Geotar, then he strikes her with some laser beam eyes, and she takes off running. He then instructs the minions to go after her and dispose of the body. She's literally on fire. She is eventually found but not killed, more so taken to a secret part of the ship. So Thanos, now commanding the ship, gives an order to the first Captain Styx and goes back to see Mistress Death, who of course Thanos follows. She, according to her minions, is wondering why Thanos is taking so long to eliminate half of the universe. And Thanos says that he has to take some time, otherwise the plan could be ruined. And he came about this strategy by staring into the Infinity Well. Now halfway across the universe, we see Silver Surfer looking for Thanos, who appears on a bit of a projection as he is traveling throughout space. Thanos basically says if he wants to find him, meet him on planet Paraxylon, which is a scientifically advanced world, but Silver Surfer of course thinks that is a hotbed for disaster that could again wipe out half of the planet's life. So having monitored Thanos' teleportation methods, he believes himself to be far more prepared to find him without any conflict. But of course, Thanos was prepared for him to do this and is constantly phasing in and out, so he can't be hit by Silver Surfer. But Silver Surfer tracks him down and strikes him, and explosions ensue, and Thanos appears to be dead, as we see nothing but his skeleton. Now Silver Surfer thinks he killed him, which apparently wasn't his plan. So he places him in a box and proceeds to surf off with the intention of taking Thanos' remains to Titan, which of course is where his father and brother are. But you already know it's not gonna be that easy to take out Thanos. He's a slick bastard. Thanos then reappears, letting everybody know that he of course tricked Silver Surfer. The body that Silver Surfer has is actually Geotar's body, who he killed earlier in this issue. The whole idea is to get the Silver Surfer out of the way so he wouldn't spoil his plans. You'd think that these guys would get used to being fooled by Thanos by now, but they don't. And this of course wraps up this issue, so let's get into issue number 40, in which Thanos reappears. So this issue picks up with the Silver Surfer, Mentor, Eros, and Drax all looking over the body of what appears to be Thanos. Silver Surfer says that he didn't try to kill the guy, as he didn't know his vehicle would just blow up like that as it did. But his father, Mentor, says that nothing short of death would have stopped this madness. But Drax begins to get pissed off because he doesn't believe that that is Thanos' body. So he decides to take off and go look for Thanos. A cool thing to note here is the speech difference between Drax now and the old Drax. He seems to talk almost like the Hulk, clearly not as intelligent. Mentor says that this version of Drax is actually a flawed reincarnation. Remember, Kronos brought him back to life recently when he found that Thanos was still alive. So they used this as an excuse to not take Drax's assessment seriously. Regardless, Silver Surfer keeps an open mind about the possibility that Thanos may still be alive, so he'll keep an eye out. And as he takes off into space, a random droid appears that is the deputy process server from Dynamo City, which apparently Thanos was a citizen of. He states that the Silver Surfer has been summoned for the death of Thanos, and the Silver Surfer basically tells him to go screw himself because he's not bound by these laws and he's got better things to do. But the droid entices him by bringing up some supposed will and testament left by Thanos. So Silver Surfer is like, okay, I'll go with you, but make sure you know that those laws don't apply to me. So they enter a portal and head to Dynamo City. And Dynamo City is not a literal city like in a state, it's really its own world. And the technology that they have has reached its ultimate summit. As we see Silver Surfer make a crash landing into the city, we learn that this city operates on energy, and private ownership of energy is actually outlawed. Imagine the libertarian in me cringing while reading this. So the Silver Surfer's cosmic abilities were confiscated before he made it into the city, and this is why he had the crash landing in the first place. He tries to fight the guards, but he's rather unsuccessful because he doesn't have his powers. He's eventually arrested and sent to court. And this place is freaky, as they have technology do these mind probes, so the Silver Surfer doesn't even have to tell them what happened between him and Thanos, as they can just pry it out of him, which is exactly what they did. So before the verdict is given, Silver Surfer is given the opportunity to see the will of Thanos, in which the Silver Surfer is mentioned. In it, he states that he wants to leave all of his possessions to the citizens of Dynamo City, and that the Silver Surfer is screwed by being in this world. He even says that his death is preferable to being locked up in this city. So it looks like our Silver Surfer hero is screwed, and Thanos got the last laugh. But in an odd turn, the court said that Thanos was involved in a Class A felony by wanting to murder half of the population. Imagine that being illegal. So, because he was defending the galaxy from harm, they will not file charges on the Silver Surfer. It would seem that the Silver Surfer has got off free, but not quite. As he's trying to leave, they say that he must pay an exit tax of 50 credits, which of course he doesn't have. So we end this issue with the Silver Surfer unemployed and stuck on Dynamo City. Okay, that's gonna do it. So the next time Thanos appears is in the Thanos Quest, which I've already covered. I've uploaded this, so it will be in order on the Who is Thanos playlist on my YouTube. Until next time, y'all boys be easy.